Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
you know what?
dun,
Let me start this. No,
dun,
hang on.
Ah!
No, we're gonna start by saying something very
I was
easy.
attacked by a space cadet beer.
My partner at work put on a desktop background.
Yeah.
Without my knowledge.
Well, you guys mess around with that, right?
He does, and it's a little smart car that's a police. I'm a guess parking.
Yeah.
But it says, "Baby cop doo 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 doo," and I can't get it out of my head, and I hate him very much.
Well played.
Yeah.
I hope you watch and or listen to the show.
I'm not sure that he does.
Today on the show, we're going to talk about specialization. We've got a question here on Ask WYE about how and when to specialize. Let's go to the question.
You guys are always talking about your specialties or areas of expertise. How or when did you decide what to specialize in?
Oh, man. You just know?
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Well done.
Wow, I think for all three disciplines it's different, MC, because there's so many different directions you can go. So
yes.
do you want to start with the PD side, and then I'll just jump in with something else?
Well,
or
I can.
In your personal experience.
Okay, that's interesting.
Since that's all these folks care about.
Yeah, it's kind of where I was heading, and I loved writing tickets. When I transitioned into patrol after custody, I thought, I hate seeing people do stupid things in cars, and I would like to give them tickets for it.
In cars.
I just started doing it, and walked into the chief's office one day to ask him a question. He was in the middle of a phone call, and I kind of gave him the heads up of, I'm going to ask you something. He kind of lifts the phone up, and for those of you watching us on YouTube, you'll actually see this. Takes the phone, lifts it up, and goes, no, I know you want to go to motor school. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. But
he read my mind.
Yeah, I'd never considered it before, right? It kind of fell into my lap just because it was something that I loved to do. I was really good at. I was productive. I was the most productive beat officer insofar as traffic issues were concerned, because I enjoyed it. There's something about it that I was passionate about it, right? It lit my fire, if you will. Yeah. So I think the key, at least from the PD side,
got
is
you all rumbly in your jumblies.
Absolutely. Find something that does it for you. I don't care if it's hunting deuces. I don't care if it's DRE. I don't care if it's writing warrants or investigations. Whatever. You're going to find something that you just can't get enough of. And
there's a lot more than just...
There's plenty of opportunity to get better at it.
There's a lot more than just patrol and traffic.
Oh, God,
I hear a lot of folks talk about, I don't want to do patrol anymore, so I'm going to traffic, or vice versa anyway, in the city when I talk to some of the officers. But the way you were just describing it is there's so many different things that you can find
on your
day-to-day activities that you can excel at.
Even if you were in patrol, if there's something that, let's say you hate graffiti, I don't know.
I love it personally.
It's artistic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, my kids do it all the time.
Find something that drives you nuts, that you want to make better, and it makes you feel good, because this is a very selfish position, right? I mean, our positions in general. Yeah. If you didn't love it, you shouldn't be doing it.
So you're saying find something that's broken, fix it.
Sure. Or find something that energizes you, because this job, I'm talking police specifically, this job takes a lot out of you. And if you're not finding something that refuels you inside of a certain position or a given perspective, it's going to be a long career for you.
Yep. Same on the fire and EMS side. You really need to find something that you're passionate about. Some guys, engine for life, first in. So, okay, dude. But other guys are just haz-matters. Yeah. They love chemistry. They love getting in the class, the level A's, class A's. Those two. They love getting in the level A suits and going in there and mitigating the hazard. Other guys, USAR, urban search and rescue. They want to go out there and dig through the rubble after the big things happen.
Knock yourself out.
We have USAR dogs, search dogs.
Okay.
On the department. There's a lot of different things you can do. Surf and bay rescue is something I specialized in for a little while, because I wanted to make a certain house that you had to be bay rescue qualified for. Okay. Back in my earliest days as an Explorer Scout, 16 years old, I'm at the drill yard with the captain at Engine 31, Orange County, Captain Colgan, and he sits down with me and he says, they're going to make you kids jump through hoops that I can't even dream of. So be ready to look ahead, see what's next, and be the best at it. And I had no idea what he was talking about. But here's the thing.
Retrospect, you got it.
Neither did he. Because he was saying there's something coming.
Yeah, who knows how this is going to change.
Yeah, nobody knows how it's going to change. Yep. And I thought, man, every time I do a ride-along, we sure do go on a lot of medical calls.
Well, there you go.
So I thought maybe that's what I should do.
Yeah.
And then...
I hope you sent him a cake or something.
Like most 16-year-olds do, I didn't pay much attention.
Yeah, you dummy.
Skip ahead a few years to the Isleta Indian Reservation, south of Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's what it sounds like down there, because at the time, there was nothing going on.
I thought I was going to have to add something to the show, but
yeah,
no, you handled it well.
It's 1998, and I've got my long-distance girlfriend living with me now in New Mexico. I brought her to New Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's how much I wrangled her in and confused her.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But we're sitting there, and I've kind of decided, you know what, this is pretty good. I'm the senior man. Got a year under my belt. I'm a professional fireman.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hang on. You've got a year under your belt, and you're the senior man.
Senior man.
I do not want to live in that jurisdiction.
So I was one of the first firefighters they hired on the reservation. There were 3 of us, and that was it. One day.
Place burned to the ground, did it?
Well, in a town where most buildings are built of stone and mud and have been there for 600 years, not a lot of fires.
Yeah. Huh. That's weird.
A lot of grass fires, a lot of bosque fires. But one day I'm sitting on the tailboard of the rescue, and my girlfriend comes to visit me, and she's sitting there, and I'm talking about how, I can kind of make a career here. That'll be great. And she just looked at me and said,
we're going to break up if you don't get your ass out of New Mexico.
She said, you're better than this. And she went home.
Oh.
And when she left.
Back into my arms.
When she left, it was one of those, man, she's right.
Aww.
And the very next day, I decided, you know what, I'm going to look into EMT intermediate school, because all the calls I'm going on, even as a fireman, are medicals.
Yep.
And I realized that I could better serve my population in that route. And then it was on a call as an EMT intermediate where I couldn't give my patient what they needed to heal, to begin the healing process. I had to go and drive 45 minutes so a paramedic could do it. I said, no, man, I'm going to paramedic school.
There you go.
And that's when I decided to specialize.
Okay. So I think it's a combination, really, to get to the bottom line here is find something you're passionate about, which you did, but through the lens of forecasting. Where is your discipline going?
And that can be really tough to
absolutely
to consolidate into something you really want to do and where your profession is going.
There's also the possibility of switch it up midway, midstream,
And there's no reason why you can't find something you love that's not in your profession now, your discipline, and bring it into it.
True.
For the longest times, I mean, why would they have a dog in the fire station that's a USAR dog? Why? Why not just use the cops' dogs?
I'm just picturing a Dalmatian.
Yeah, and everybody did. Funny side note, the Dalmatians would run ahead of the horse teams to scare the other horses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
They were hyperactive.
That's because they're
deaf as a doornail. Yeah,
yeah,
but they would run in front of the horse team and get everybody else out of the way.
All right.
That's why firemen had Dalmatians.
Good on the Dalmatians then.
But now somebody at some point said the USAR team should probably have a trained dog ready to deploy with the team. Why don't we bring my search dog to live in the firehouse? Somebody was the first one to do that. So that person, it was a genie.
We've reached the end of the show.
But really, the point I'm trying to make. All right, you can go do what you need to do.
I'm just gonna grab something out of the oven.
And bring me beer. You. Boop. All right, so the point that I'm trying to make.
And
you want to go back a little bit?
No, we'll fix it later.
All right.
It's easy. Point you're trying to make
is that there's got to be somebody who's the first to put the peanut butter in the chocolate, right?
I'm really glad you finished off the word peanut.
To put the peanut butter in the chocolate.
Right. All right.
Okay. There's something you're passionate about. There's something in your discipline that's lacking. And there's a good chance that those two things could go together. For example,
make yourself indispensable. Like me, bringing you beer.
Yes.
I was indispensable.
Real quick, guys, speaking of specializing, this is a very specific special beer that we have
bring that
on
the camera for
today.
Those of you watching on the YouTube.
Yep.
That is Sierra Nevada's Resilience Butte County Proud IPA.
Yep. So this is the beer that they specially brewed in remembrance of the fire that destroyed Paradise County and Paradise, the town, and a lot of Butte County.
Yep.
They didn't just get together and, thoughts and prayers and let's raise money. They said, hey, you know what? People will buy beer.
Yeah, we will.
And what I love that Sierra Nevada did, MC, was they took the recipe and they open sourced it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And they gave it to everybody and said, you brew your own resilience. And there were over 1,000 breweries across the U.S. that did it. And all the money that Sierra Nevada gets for this beer goes straight to victim relief up in Butte County.
That's fantastic.
So I was at the Costco and there were 3 6-packs left on the pallet until I got there. And then there were no 6-packs left on the pallet. But do you have to wait for a disaster to specialize? Did Sierra Nevada have to wait to make this recipe? No. It just happened to be a confluence of circumstances.
Absolutely. And they took advantage of it and made a fantastic beer.
And here's you taking advantage of loving to write tickets and going to motor school and becoming the ticket writing guy.
Yeah.
And here's me realizing I can't do enough for my patients. I'm going to go to school so I can.
Yeah.
And then, wow, I'm kind of good at it. I wonder if I could work someplace cool.
Yeah.
And I end up getting a great job because of it.
In taking the whole, going to motor school, and I that was 13 years ago, and never would have thought that I would be where I am today, being a master instructor and teaching the collision courses and at the academy and all those kinds of things. You never know where a specialty is going to take you. You can there are no master instructors in my agency other than me.
The Rock does not know where the ripples make shore.
Oh, dear Lord.
I just made that up.
Did you?
I did. I've heard something similar to it. But that is a pure Justin-ism.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
No, wait, that means something different. Yeah.
What's the capital of Thailand?
Exactly. And that's a Motorcop-ism right there. On the fire side, though, let me bring the angry captain, my dad. Yes, they called him the angry captain.
As they should.
Independent of me being the happy medic. He was a truckman, and then he went to the airport.
Weird.
And then he went back to the truck, and then he went to haz-mat school, and then he became the logistics officer for USAR Task Force 3. So
he could make USAR Task Force 1.
Lots of different. It's in a different place, dude.
Oh, okay. I thought he was the third best. I don't know. I don't know a fire guy. What do you want me to do?
They're designated
I don't care.
FEMA regional task forces.
I don't care.
Per the states.
I literally do not care.
Yeah, I know you don't care. But here's my dad bumping around. I mean, he must have had 4 different specific specialties that require significant training and education. And I look back on it now as, he was just trying to, move around. But no, that's what fit his desire at the time.
Absolutely. And that's the nice thing about both of our positions is, at least in the agencies in which we work, there are opportunities galore to do different things. If I decided I wanted to be the guy, kicking in doors, or if I wanted to be the guy that was a designated marksman, I can go out and I can intentionally practice and study those things and then try out for those positions.
Now, let me ask you this, MC. How early is too early to start seeking out some of these positions as an officer?
That's interesting. I have an opinion. I don't know that it's good, bad, or indifferent.
Let me break this down for you. It's our show, so your opinion is
awesome.
Law.
You should at least have, I'm gonna be kind and say 3 years of patrol.
Oh, that's BS.
Just shut up.
That's BS.
Why do I invite you over?
No, the 3-year number is the same that I'm looking for on the fire and EMS side. Because that's long enough to get a basic idea of what your job entails.
Yeah, the prevalent feeling, I think, in law enforcement is once you've been a patrol officer for 5 years, you've seen most of everything you're going to have to deal with. We don't.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, where I am, right? We don't get homicides on a weekly basis, but we get crashes every day, so I'm real good at those. But, if there's some heinous crime against a person, that's not something that we deal with on a daily basis. Now, I have seen all of the things over my career, but I've been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
When I come back, as we're recording this, a week and a couple of days, and I have a trainee, that guy or girl is not going to know anything, and they're not going to know anything for a very long time. Yeah. They'll know little bits and pieces moving forward.
And it's important to stress again, guys, this is not 1 year repeated 3 times.
No, God, no, not at all. What bugs me most about promotional stuff, or even becoming an FTO, be it in custody or in patrol, the minimum requirement is 1 year. You're going to tell me that you're going to teach me everything I need to know about doing this job after you've been doing it for a year.
So let's go back. So
oh, dear Lord.
To sit for the FTO, 1 year?
Yeah.
What about sergeant?
Same.
1 year.
Same.
I could. That's 1 year twice.
I could have a supervisor that has 1 year patrol experience.
Wow. 1 year patrol experience, not 1 year on the job.
No, 1 year patrol experience.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah. So you have to have been in patrol for at least a year, and then you can test for a supervisor, and I think that's nuts.
It is nuts. We've got a 5-year minimum to test for lieutenant.
I dig that.
And even then, it's kind of only 5 years?
Right. Yeah.
And that's the thing. When I had 5 years on, it was like, hell yeah, man, I got 5 years on. And now with 24 years, it's like, man, 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah. Right?
I mean, I was in the seat. I made lieutenant at 18. I had a year and a half on the job.
That's nuts.
And it was one of those, I'm in charge, guys. And the only thing that saved me was, I'm in charge, guys. Hold on just a second. Hello, Dad?
Yeah.
And hold on. This is me on the landline. Hello, Dad? Because we didn't have cell phones back then. And asking questions like, hey, Dad, I think they're storing hazardous materials train cars on the reservation. What do I do? Usually people pay money for that, and they don't park them places if they're full. Oh, okay. But how do I check? It's like, what do I do? But now, as more of a veteran seasoned person, I know that there's someone I can call to do that for me, someone who is specialized and can go and check that out.
Yeah, and that's the key. It's you don't have to know everything. Mm-hmm. You have to know how to find out everything.
Yes, and
that is a very, very important distinction.
And that's what's going to take you from inexperienced to experienced very quickly.
You know, when I sat for the FTO interview, and the last question they asked, I don't think they asked anybody else, but the FTO sergeant looked at me and says, so why now? Right? I've been in patrol for 15 years. I've been on the job for 20. Why now? And my first thought was, well, they kicked me off the motorcycle.
Yeah.
But,
let's skip past that real quick.
Looking back, my second answer would have been something like, because I finally know enough. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to FTO school on Monday with a guy, I don't know from Adam, but I'm going to guess he doesn't have 20 years on the job. I'm going to be an anomaly in FTO school. Most of those guys, I'll bet you the most that beneath me, maybe 7 or 8 years. Maybe. Okay, great, and good for them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, if you have less than 3 years on the job, you had no business telling me how to do it.
Keep your eyes open. Keep looking
yeah.
around. And it's going to be different in every department because you're going to have different experiences. You're going to have different specializations, interactions with other people who have different passions and specializations. So how do you know when and how to specialize?
Pay attention.
It'll pop out to you, and you'll have that one moment where you say, man, I wish that somebody would. And guess what? That's you, Tiger.
Yep. Yeah. Here's my moment of clarity.
Yeah. Here's my moment of bolo. So
we're doing bolos on the Ask now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one real quick, though.
All right.
Because a good buddy of mine from college, Jason Brick, I surround myself with all Jasons.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. He's doing a fiction anthology. It's the third one in the series. It's called Itty Bitty Writing Space, and it's 100 pieces of fiction by 100 different authors, all less than 1,000 words.
Are hard.
Yeah. But I'm getting excited about it, MC, because I have not heard of any of the 100 authors, and I could find a new favorite author in here, and I'm super excited. They're on Kickstarter right now, and
I didn't get a phone call. I'm a friggin' writer.
For $25,
whatever, Brick.
For $25, you get a paper copy of the book, you get an electronic copy of the book, and they'll send a free copy of the book to the library of your choice for $25.
That's cool. I like that library option.
And I'm in, and they're already, as we're recording this on February 1st, they just ended a lot of the big first 48-hour benefits. They're funded at 300% for the project. So
nice.
It's very exciting, but it was neat because Jason was going on, and it was one of these, hey, guys, if 5 more users come on, we hit some certain plateau, it's 26 degrees outside. I'll go do the ice bucket challenge if you guys do it.
Oh, dear Lord.
He gets on Facebook 5 minutes later. He's like, all right, let me get changed. I'm going outside. And he did it.
Oh, man.
And it was so much fun to watch him do it. So if you guys get a chance, just go over to, just go to the show notes for this episode.
There you go.
Click through, and we'll put a link in there.
If you're watching this on the YouTube, it'll be in the descriptions.
It'll be in the descriptions and get you a good, fun fiction anthology, you never know, you're going to find something new. So
I love it.
Yeah, and
good on him.
And that's one of the things is Jason used to be a writer, and he's big into role playing games and things like that. But he decided,
I thought you were going to take that a different direction.
No, he said, you know what? I think I'm going to edit these anthologies because it's a great way to get some of his favorite authors out to the masses. So he found a specialization, and
I see what you're doing.
He had the shot.
I see.
There was no danger.
Wow.
So he took it.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to bring that in as an Ask Bolo.
All right. I should stop.
Ask Bolo?
I should stop doubting you.
What about a third type of episode? Ask
No.
Bolo.
Okay, we're done. Bye now. We're gonna
Ask Johnny.
No.
Ask MC. We
I'm
used
done.
to do that all the time, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, we gotta bring that.
The old show.
We gotta bring that back.
Do you guys want me to bring back Ask MC, where he has to answer 3 questions from popular culture and the news about
popular? You get air quotes with popular.
Well, I'm the one that looks it up.
Exactly.
I look up dumb stuff in the news, and he might actually have a chance to win 1/8 of 1 doubloon.
No, we definitely got to bring that back.
Yeah, we should definitely bring that back. So until next time, Jason at WYEradio.com, Justin at WYEradio.com, the police and the fireman, Motorcop and the Happy Medic.
Thanks for the question. Hope it answered it. And if you have more questions, be sure to go to WYEradio.com. Click the little blue icon on the right sidebar. You could be on the show. Till next time, MC from MCPD signing off. Mr. Justin Shore, the Happy Medic.
Be safe, guys. Cheers.
All right. Take it easy.